was good. Good to get in the win column at home. After a rough year last year, not being able to get a lot of wins at home last year. So, good to get back there, get a win. Not surprising to me in many of ways. After kind of like after last night's performance and everything like that, you definitely expected a lot better effort, and probably at least just come out with a win or at least come out and look a lot more competitive in tonight's game. But shout out to them boys. They got out to an early start, stayed hot. Second quarters has been pretty solid this season. So I think that was one of our better quarters in this game tonight. Third quarter was abysmal once again. So hopefully that doesn't, linger all season or something. But there's always some kind of quarter or a stretch of a quarter where we're just horrible. 2 seasons ago, it was the last 2 minutes of the third quarter. Last season, it was the whole second quarter. This season so far, it's kind of been third quarter as a whole. So we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully that gets fixed here soon. But once again, just good to have a nice, somewhat comfortable type victory tonight. Big game from Santi Aldama again. If anybody would have told me Santi would be the leading scorer in the 2 of the 3 games that we won, I probably would have said, yeah, but I guess a lot of people are hurting that scenario as to how he became the leading scorer, but shout out to him. He looks very good with the real NBA players out there with him, especially with Jai out there. So really good connection from them right now. Jaren looked solid tonight. Great to see him back on the court. Definitely didn't have like no low moments or anything crazy like that. Just getting the field back into the game and everything. So shout out to Trip. Ja to me, some people say it's the offense, whatever, but look, he's looking a little sloppy to me. Defensively, I thought he was more locked in this season, but he's still kind of just hopping in and out of passing lanes and trying to steal the ball from behind, things like this. So a little sloppy from Ja. They do have him off ball more, so maybe he just doesn't get the feel. Yeah, I don't know, but it's not looking too great. Marcus Smart looked a lot better tonight, especially on ball and everything like that, kind of commanding the offense. Jay Huff, you know, shout out to him, man. He's been waiting for this opportunity. We preached a lot of guys just being able to get an opportunity, within the juniors of the world, the now Jalen Wells, GG, all those type guys. But a 27-year-old NCAA champion, paid his dues, became a G League Defensive Player of the Year, all that good stuff. Played for NBA champions in the Denver Nuggets, all that good stuff. Waited his turn. Now he's getting his opportunity and flourishing, man. He's looking damn near better than I expected, even when I was shouting for him in summer league. So shout out to him. I guess I'm gonna end right there. Let me go ahead and get the UL. Then we got Dez, Grizz Company Man, y'all here.
Man, thanks, Brian. Hey y'all, know it's been a minute. Glad to be back in spaces. Glad to see everybody doing well. Glad to see the regulars. Um, yeah, man, great win tonight. Honestly, I believe we should have blew these boys by 50, but goddamn that third quarter offense. I'm not gonna really be up here too long because I know other people gonna be waiting, but I just have a question for the room, y'all. Do we have a terrorist at head coach? Do we have a terrorist? And I need someone to answer, bro. Because it's like this is the second game in a row. I see we got all the momentum in the first half. As soon as the third quarter come out, we just stinks in the mud. What? Listen, bro. Why am I seeing major minutes from Lil Avery? I'm sick of seeing this, bro. Why is he out there? Why is he out there? I don't get it. But that's all I'm really gonna say. And that's all I really have to complain about. But other than that, great win tonight. Great win. I just wish that we would just stop being the net coming out the first half and actually just keep the momentum going. But besides that, really can't complain.
No, I appreciate you. And it is what it is on Jenkins at this point, man. Last night, we went in on him and everything like that. But in my opinion, I'll still go back and say it. They put it in the atmosphere. They put it out there. The 6 games in 9 nights. So we're going to get 11-man rotations. Like some things are kind of like built-in excuses type things. Like they go ahead and put it out there, so they lay it out there on the table that okay, when you see an 11-man lineup, don't be too surprised and shit like that. So, I mean, I guess it is what it is. A lot of people say it's just early in the season, but I don't agree with it. You will. I don't agree with it at all. Seeing 11 guys play. Jake, for Jake personally tonight though, I thought he was good. I thought he was decent. Defensively, shit, second quarter he played okay, but I mean that's just for tonight. Like I said, I ain't capping for Jake overall, but whatever. Go ahead, Des, Grizz Company man, Young Harriet. Uh, Courtside Banks, and then Big Grizz.
My brother, you are feeling kind and generous today because he was slow as hell out there.
No
He,
cap. Talk to this nigga, Des.
he slow as fuck, fam. I'm gonna be
Man,
1,000 with
I'm just saying, from my viewpoint, defensively he was alright. Now
you.
I
Man,
don't know
that
about the rest, but whatever.
man, them folks were turning that corner on that motherfucker like they was in F1 racing. That man slow as hell. I ain't never seen nobody run the ball up court in slow motion. Ja finally had to say, "Give me the ball." Y'all saw Ja tell him, "Give me the ball." That motherfucker so slow. Hey, they gonna have to send that motherfucker to Siberia, doc. It's egregious. It is coaching malpractice to put him in on the floor, man. I'm not really worried about him per se because this is when I get worried. If Gigi and Vince get healthy and you still trying to slide him in over Wells or even contract, like Jake LaRavia is not this motherfucker slow, man. I'm being honest. But good game overall. My boy Eat It, man. He just the refs they won't they punishing him for being big. I hate to see it, but because that on that offensive rebound, he did not push that man. That man just he bumped into Eat It and he realized what 290 some pounds really feel like. So he'll get it because when he do get it in the situation, he know what to do with it. So shout out to him for that. I love what I saw from Trip. He just came in and he really is like 270 plus pounds now. That's wild. Like he moved Paulo like it wasn't shit. He moved more weight. Like he moved them like children. So he's big as hell. That's a big guy. He's probably bigger than Anthony Davis now physically. That's crazy to say, but he is. Um so good game overall from them guys, man. Jalen Wells first quarter started off facilitating. I know y'all saw the backdoor passes and the finding the man. I mean, hey, that's another steal, man. That's a repeat of Vince probably with a better jump shot. You know, yeah, I like it. They before the game, I said, the keys to the game: don't be bullied and don't get picked on, and they didn't. Like that was the key because Houston and Magic are basically a 180. They the same team in different conferences, literally, except Paolo is just better than anybody on Houston team. That's the only difference. So, you know, they did good against a similar team. Like Reverend was saying at the end of the game. That's all you can ask for, man. All you can ask for is maximum effort and don't lay down, putting your head down. And we also, I'm gonna land the plane here. Y'all saw we got under their skin, right? Yeah, y'all saw Jalen Suggs cussing somebody out. Hey man, I know they were checking that man. Cause he got that yarmulke in the top of his head. He bald it in. We got a shaved chia pit. Funny looking motherfucker. But anyway, hey, he is hooping though, and that D is nice, so he deserved that contract. Y'all got it.
No, I appreciate you, Des. You know, we didn't get bullied tonight for sure. But the boards is still looking a little ugly. Still need to clean that up. Got to get better on the boards and everything. But we hit shots tonight, so that was the key. I think a lot of guys was clearing the lanes, things like that. But yeah, we still need to get more physical on the rebounding aspect, in my opinion, especially from our bigs department. Edie with one rebound is disgusting. I don't care if it is scheme. You know what I'm saying? Like somewhere along the line, rebounding has got to be more of a focus. So, but let me go ahead and get the Grizz company, man. And then y'all hear it, Big Grizz, and then Vontae just came up.
Yeah. Good team win. Let's start off with the positive, but I gotta get to Jenkins. Like, it's over, my nigga. Like, you're done. You're cooked, sauced, flambéed, caramelized, sliced. You're done. This is your last season with this fucking team organization. We can't allow you to keep doing this, man. Like, I've protected you from hella people in this fan base. I've stood up for you, but it's over, dude. Like, this shit is a wrap, my nigga. Like, to watch the team give up a 19-0 run and to do nothing, it's not it's not bad enough to where you just keep relying on Jake LaRavia and you got Pete Pranica giving him credit for Jaren Jackson blocks. This shit is organizational now. This shit is a problem. Like, you can't keep relying on people you want to play over the motherfuckers that need to be in the game. If Jaren's out there and he didn't foul in his last stint, play him in the fucking game. If John Morant's on the sideline and we need superstar mode and motherfuckers just going in on us, put him in the fucking game. No more of this sitting around waiting shit, because that's cost us in a previous seasons, and we done sat back and we not doing that no more. But shout out to Jay Huff. It's like, along with Jenkins, it's over, BC. Like, you was a real soldier for the next gen era in the first half. Like, we needed you. Shout out to you in the Portland game in the play-in. You won us the Timberwolves series, but that injury just limited him to where he's not as effective. And if you see into where he's got to look behind him and check around his surroundings to go up for layups, he's just not in a comfortable spot. And Jay Huff's playing way too well to be playing behind Brandon Clark right now. He plays well with Jaren. He plays defense. He hits threes. He's just a well-rounded player that needs to be in the rotation. And when Luke, all you got to do, my guy, is hit open threes. That's your one job. We paying you this year. If you can do that, we might keep you. But if you can't do that, you out of here too. Shout out to the team. The big three held it together. But we move. Next game is probably, I think, against Chicago. Let's build this win streak up and let's do what we do. Get back to 50 wins. Let's fuck the first round. Like Jaren said in the pregame, it's not about the first round and losing no more. This shit's about deep playoff runs and getting that chicken. Let's move.
For sure, man. And yeah, BC, I'm not gonna sit here just all the way say BC's days are numbered, but you know, yeah, somebody might be because I mean, like we talked about, Santi's contract's up. Yeah, of course, Jaren's gonna got a contract up, so can't pay everybody. BC's is already paid, so
Oh, I
go
gotta say
ahead,
this too.
go ahead, Grish.
Uh, if anyone said that Santi was gonna do this, I was in the streets preaching the gospel. Like, Santi Aldama, I've been saying it. He's not a good player with bad players. But when you force him to play in lineups where he's the three, like Jenkins, this is why it's a problem. When you play Santi Aldama at the three and you see the success you have and you don't go back to it, that's an issue. We ran them off the floor when you had Ja, Bain, Santi, BC, and Jaren in. That's when BC looked his best because he was playing his optimal role. When you got dudes like that, play those lineups. So shout out to Santi. Keep hooping.
And one little other nugget from my viewpoint with the lineups is we got to quit playing Bang with the slaws. Like he can't carry those dudes, bro. Like it's making Bang look very bad. Like in my opinion, it's making him look so bad. Quit playing him with the slaws, man. Have somebody else out there with him, cause it's starting to make me turn on Bang almost. And I don't want to turn on Bang for something because he out there with Jake LaRavia and just some of the slaw out there on the court. So, but anyways, go ahead, y'all hear it, Big Grizz, and then Coach Vontae, and then Pat. Oh damn, y'all hear it? We lost her. Go ahead, Big Grizz. Big Grizz, you there? Can anybody Vontae, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I
All
hear
right.
you clear.
Can one of y'all say something to Big Grizz, see if he can hear y'all?
Hey,
On
Big
mine, it says
Green.
he's a listener. He says he's a listener on my thing.
I'll drop him down and bring him back. Go ahead, Vontae. What it do, man?
What's up, man? What's up, man? Feel good to come away with a win like that. Especially a dominating win. Probably should have been more dominating than what it was if it wasn't for the fuck around like we do every game now for whatever reason. But it's just good to see the big three out there. Like we haven't seen them play together a lot, bro. Like so it's just good to see them play together. And hopefully we can stay healthy and continue to see them play together. Um with the depth that we got this year, bro, there's no excuses. Especially when it comes to like the trade deadline this year. If we need to go get that extra piece, bro, we have more than enough to make that happen, and we have more than enough to cover whoever leaves. Like with the addition of Huff and Jalen Wells, I mean, we honestly haven't even seen Cam yet. We haven't seen third year Vince yet. We haven't seen second year GG. Like there's a lot of upward mobility on this team at the deadline in this year. And if we need to sign Huff, I would definitely give him the GG and Vince deal. At this rate, if he keep going like this, give him the GG and Vince deal, and we got to move off of some of these other pieces just to give us that flexibility that we need moving forward. But yeah, man, I was super excited to see what I saw tonight. There's still I mean, I hate to say this because I see why Jenkins likes to play him. Um, any coaches that values like 50-50 balls and hustle and constant high energy moving around. To me, when it's not effective moving around, you just running around to me. And like to a lot of us. But I can see why he likes Laravia so much. But the super extended minutes from Laravia um is terrible to me. I feel like you can put a much more effective player in that role to play extended minutes. I would love to see what Jalen Wells looks like in that role, or what Jay Huff looks like in that role playing extended minutes. But I see why he plays them, and he played them with a good lineup tonight, and it worked out. But when they go on a 19-0 run, like 19-0, any other night, you getting your ass whooped. Like if you let somebody go on a 19-0 run. We went on a 19-0. They went on a 19-0 run tonight, bro. And he subbed in Jake Laravia. Like it's we're not gonna survive this coach, bro, unless we are phenomenal top to bottom. And luckily, if we play like tonight, and then you add Gigi and Vince to this, and if Luke Kennard can really be a high volume 42% shooter from the three, you might actually be able to overcome this trash ass coach. But other than that, bro, like we are literally playing against ourselves, bro, every night. Like every night we are playing to overcome our coach, bro. And that worries me, but in terms of the night, bro, it's a parade inside the city, bro. Like we like we back on that time, bro. We back on that time. We restoring the vibes, and we just got to keep restoring the vibes, bro. I do not want to see any fucking rest days moving forward right now for like that injury report shit tonight, bro, was bullshit, bro. Like that shit was bullshit. And if anybody keeping it 100, the whole sore thigh thing, like that shit that superstars in the past, you didn't even have to report that. Like they were playing through soreness. Like I mean, like unless we play the Portland Trailblazers or some shit, like some team that we should beat, bro. These guys should be playing when they're sore, except when we get deep into the year, like January, February. Like then you start worrying about those type things. But all in all, man, great performance tonight, bro. We look like a fucking juggernaut offensively and defensively. And I'm gonna show Brandon Clark some love because like his defense was very decent tonight, very decent. Honestly, it was very good. Him being a weak side protector and protecting the rim, even at 6'8", He did an amazing job. He looked more comfortable tonight in his spots. Now it's just about getting back to that confidence level that he was at. I'm not out on BC yet. I think BC probably plays the best next to Jaren. Like he plays the absolute best next to Jaren, and you need to play them together as much as possible. And when you don't play him with Jaren, you need to play him with Jay Huff or Santi Aldama. Don't play him with Edie. Play him with another big that can stretch the floor so he can be the pick and roll, mid post, paint dominant big on the team. But other than that, man, I'm super excited. I'm not gonna get too excited. Not gonna get too excited, but I'm super excited and I'm relieved to see us come out there tonight because this is a really good Orlando Magic team. Now, like contrary to us beating the shit out of them tonight and really, you know, flexing our muscle a little bit, like I was kind of worried about this game. I'm not gonna lie. So like I'm not about to come up here and like try to downplay that shit. Like that was a really good win. That was a great win. Would have been nice to be 3-0 right now if we would have kept that same energy yesterday. But that was a really good win, really nice win. And I'm feeling more optimistic than I was yesterday. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Uh,
man, that's all it
uh,
come down to. And Pippen, shout out Pippen. That boy hooping.
for sure, he is, man. Yeah, he's been solid, bro. Like, I definitely started having some questions about how he would fit with the team and everything like that. But he's playing really good, bro. So shout out Pip. Uh, Definitely earned that contract, everything like that. I like I said, I thought he was going to be an NBA player. Was concerned about the fit with the Grizzlies, but he's fitting in just fine to me. Um, you said something about surviving the coach, Vontae. Me, I got to take it a step higher, bro. Yes, Jenkins is the one that's playing these guys the minutes, but it's got to be coming from somewhere, bro. I'm sorry, I think it's coming from the top. Like, we have yet to see John Morant, Desmond Bain, none of these dudes play 30 minutes. Now, game one, yeah, you probably could have played them 30. It was a close game, high scoring, all that good stuff. And then last night, third quarter, you started getting blown out. So it was kind of okay not to reach it, but you 24 from Ja is still kind of nasty. Tonight you only got 25. Like, I, that's what we got to survive, Vontae. We got to survive this roster, and the roster construction, and we got to survive these restrictions that this these number crunchers keep putting over this whole organization, man. So once again, I understand that it's looking like Jenkins, but I can't put all the blame on Jenkins. It's got to be coming from other places. So that's
And
just
and
my
and
opinion.
and grind. I can't even lie though. If the idea is to build up the trade value and then trade them, I mean that's kind of working if that's the plan. But I don't necessarily know if that's necessarily the plan. But if
I
that's the
mean, it
plan,
should be. It
kind
should
of
be.
working.
It should be the plan, absolutely. Even like I said, uh, I think Santi's playing out of his mind, but that's great. Like for value, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't mean you got to keep them built,
Chill on my boy
capitalize on the
Santi.
value. So I don't know. What'd you say, Grizz
I
Company
said,
man?
chill on my boy Santi. He's
It's
here for the
not.
long run.
Like I said, man, I ain't got nothing against Santi. I have in the past, but not this time. It's just more so, like I said, contracts is lining up, man. I mean, it's just the truth. Contracts are lining up, so it is what it is. If I would kind of rather move a BC right now. I think the NBA game is more fit for Santi, and with the Grizzlies is more fit. But yeah, I mean, it's only so much value maybe BC has that another team wants his Santi. What the way I look at it. But go ahead, young Harry, and then Big Grizz, if you can hear us now. Then we got Pat, and then we got Miss McCrimmon.
Man, can y'all hear me? I apologize for the noise in the background. Man, good game by them good guys, man. Good game. Good game by Scottie Pippen Jr. Good game by Ja Morant, even though he didn't shoot really well. Good game by Jaron Jackson Jr. The return of trip actually did make a difference. Good game by the bench overall. I do think this thing about Jake LaRavia is a little bit overblown simply because simply because Jake LaRavia is not going to be in the lineup when you take into account a Gigi returning and a Vince returning. You could really see with Jake LaRavia out there with the starters and the higher tier level bench players where you could easily remove him and add in either a GG, a Vince, or even a Luke Kennard to a certain extent. So I'm not even at this point, saying that Jake LaRavia is sorry. That to me, that's overblown. We already know that. That's why he on his last leg. We already know he's sorry. But what you do see off the bat is you do see the potential of adding an athletic three there they can actually create shots for their second unit, i.e., you stick Gigi there, right? You stick Gigi there, his ability to create shots not only for himself but for the other people around him. That's why when you see them lows in the third quarter where they go primarily perimeter, that's the problem. They don't really have a shot creator to get a Desmond Bain open. And with Brandon Clark, the problem Brandon Clark is having is the same one he had before the installation of this offense, much like Jaron, and Jaron kind of worked on it, to be honest, because he had to, because he went to the Olympics, and that's what the Olympic coaches required. His ability to set screens, Brandon Clark's inability to set effective screens is really fucking up his game right now. Because no matter how much you work on his shot, he's not going to be a 3-point shooter. He works well in the restricted area and below. And that and in this offense, that's not where they're operating from. And when you put him out there with a Santi Aldama, with a Scottie Pippen Jr., with a Desmond Bain, and bless Desmond Bain hard, but he not no shot creator. I don't give a fuck how much he work on it. I don't give a damn how many years he playing in the NBA. The best version of that man is standing still and shooting. I don't give a damn. He proved that again tonight. Um, if you notice, if you notice this year, Desmond Bain has ended up on the floor more than Ja Morant. That's because he is trying to work and go down that lane. And again, I'm gonna say this, and I probably keep on saying it to land my plane for the remainder of the year. I think it's important for the coaching staff to take a real good look at the first 25 to 30 games and see what works. Use that analytics and try to reintegrate some of the stuff that's working with this new offense to what the strengths are of their players. Because really and truly, Desmond Bain and damn Brandon Clark struggling. You know why? Because this offense is not playing where they're the strongest at, which is in the middle of their floor, because they have effectively eliminated the mid-range game for the both of them. So it's gonna continue to be interesting to see how they develop within this offense. And lastly, this bullshit they got going on with Zach Edey. Until Zach Edey curse one of their ass out, and that include Ja Morant, he's not going to get the ball. Because what I saw Ja Morant do tonight was real interesting. Because you know who he threw an intro pass to? That goddamn J Huff. He sure did. He sure did. And when J Huff came in and he was playing with Jaron, in the beginning of that fourth quarter, he threw him the ball in the entry pass until Zach Edey cursed one of them young niggas out. He ain't gonna get the ball. Shout out to Zach Edey though for playing through it though. He should be fresh. He should run 30 on Monday, and I land there.
Appreciate you as always, young Harriet. What I seen, early in the game, even though they got in foul trouble, um, I like the Edie Jaren lineup defensively. They tried to hunt Edie early, They had at least 2 or 3 switches before he had got in foul trouble on Paulo, and Paulo really couldn't do much. One time he tried to shoot over him, he couldn't hit it. The other 2 times he just passed it off. So shout out to Edie noticing that they was gonna hunt him. I thought he showed pretty good promise there. Like Dad said, that second foul, where they said he pushed off on the rebound, I didn't see it. The refs were, they were the refs tonight, but I don't want to get into this whole spiel about, oh, we're blaming the refs for all these calls this year. And that goes for Jenkins too. I don't want to see too many I don't want to see a press conference this year where you yelling at the refs and saying how bad they are, whatever, whatever. We done seen it too many times in the past. You got to win through it. It's gonna be bad calls. We already know Jaren gets a bad whistle sometimes. Looking like Edie is getting whistled for just being big. So it's just something that we're gonna have to play and win through. But go ahead,
Hey,
Big Grizz.
hey, and grind. It's physical too. We talked about that. That they bring in physicality. Use the motherfuckers. If you gonna foul, foul. Like foul.
Right. No, it shouldn't be no and ones if they fouling. Him and Edie. If Jaren and Edie are fouling, it better not be too many and ones. That's for sure. But go ahead, Big Grizz, then Miss McCrimmon, and then Ed.
What up, Grizz Nation? I saved one for you. Same energy as when I was hollering at my motherfucking TV. J motherfucking Huff. God damn, get that boy a contract, man. Fuck that shit. That 3 games straight. Get that man that goddamn contract. Facts. That man right there balling. I ain't gonna even lie. That boy balling. Inside, outside, whatever defense, you name it. 3-pointers, inside, post up, stand up like a man is what y'all was saying on the fouls. Y'all seen when Ja got fouled, he looked at the refs, he cried about it, he came back and swatted the shit out of my boy motherfucking pad. Then looked at the ref, say, yeah, I earned that one, didn't I? I earned that one, didn't I? Yeah, okay. Long as y'all know y'all ain't call that fucking shit on the other end. I hate to say that, but that's real shit on Ja, and I got mad respect for it. I'm done with the hype. Fuck that. Let's get positive. The offensive system worked when they started out running fast. Jaren was the missing piece to make that shit look like it's a fucking run-on sentence. Cause that shit ran smooth as shit when they put Jaren in that lineup with the 4 and they can run up and down the court. Man, that offense is faster than a motherfucker see going on. Like it's happening in front of you, and you still can't keep up with the passes and the cuts and the moving. And as clearly Orlando was not ready for it. Clearly, and they wasn't ready for the Grindhouse either, because the Grindhouse was fucking rocking. The Grindhouse was rolling. I'm talking about they cussing the refs out in loud Memphis fashion, and I fucking love that shit. I fucking love it. I love what I see. Like I said, I ain't gonna get into the bad parts. And as far as Jake and as far as the rotation right now, y'all, 6 games in 9 nights. Come on, keep your head together. You gonna see LaRavia. I'm surprised we didn't see Jitty. I'm just being honest. I'm surprised we didn't see a lot of Jitty tonight, but 6 games in 9 nights, that's a lot of fucking games on your stars. And I like the way you got to manage the minutes. You got to manage the minutes. And everybody on our team ain't no motherfucking star. So I'm sorry. You're going to have some slaw people, and you're going to have some people that just strictly role players. That's just how a team set up. You got 3 superstars, bro. When you get through, we got a team with 3 superstars. I take that 10 times out of 10. Jaren, Bane, Ja. Them your superstar. They can shoot all the shots they want. They can do they can play all the offensive scripts they want. They're just fast. You got to have a team that's built around them. So when you see Jake LaRavia out there sucking it up the bottom, guess what? He ain't playing, he ain't turning the ball over. He out there in front of his man. He ain't no traffic cone. I ain't saying they ain't scoring on him, but shit, he ain't no traffic cone. They ain't just blowing by him every time. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it like that, but he ain't. He ain't a traffic cone. You got to have role players. And I hate to say it, but he's got a nice size. He ain't just letting people blow by him every time. So, we got to take that with a grain of salt. Like I said, I know everybody don't like it. Everybody don't like it. Everybody don't love it. But when you get through, the team built around Jaren, Bane, and Ja. That's what the team built around. So everybody else around is complementary pieces. And I ain't gonna lie, Jay need a goddamn contract. Huff need a contract out of the day. If he ain't showed you enough in 3 games to hold spot number 15, I want to see what the fuck y'all signed that's better than that. I hate to say it, but I like to say it too at the same time. I got a lot. I can go on all night about this shit. I'm hyped. I love the energy that the Grindhouse gave the Grizz, because you can see they was clearly feeding off that Memphis energy tonight. And Orlando clearly gonna take a bad plate of hot wings home to the house with him. And I hate to say that, but I'm mind my Grizzlies and I'm gonna get up off here, y'all. Let's enjoy this thing, man. It's a good W.
No, I appreciate you as always, Big Grizz, and yeah, shout out to the Grindhouse. Like I said, definitely something I somewhat expected. Bringing the energy. These guys and the staff and all these guys. Going out there and shaking their pom poms for the home base. I hate to put it like that, but that's exactly what they did, man. But regardless, one thing I do disagree on though, Big Grizz, you said something about like not playing the stars that many minutes and stuff. I disagree. I still think they need to be playing more. Like I said, these guys is got the new offense going and all that. They haven't been on the floor together that much over the past 2 years, really. You got to play them. I still say that you got to play these guys, and so they can get together and make things run even more smoothly than it did a little bit tonight. Um, one thing, even though Orlando didn't look good tonight, one thing I'll take away from Orlando is that they have the same schedule as us, 6 games in 9 nights. They're on the back to back like us, all that good stuff. They played their guys 30 minutes the first 3 games. They played them guys
Hey,
30,
Brian.
35 plus minutes.
Hey,
So
but they look wore out too tonight behind that back to
tonight they
back, and the
did.
Grizz
I
didn't play
agree.
them minutes.
But here's my thing though, Big Grizz. I'd rather look worn out than get punked out like we did last night.
Facts. That's facts too.
So I mean, that's just me. So yeah, yeah, I still believe that we need to be playing these guys. I get it, injuries has plagued us and all that, but they're healthy now. They're playing, so play them. Let them get their win back. But it's early, so hopefully by game 30, 25, and all this will be forgotten for the most part. But let me go ahead and get to Ed and then E5.
Wait, you forgot about me?
My bad, Miss McCrimmon. Yeah, Miss McCrimmon, Ed, and then E5.
Well, what I wanted to talk about was with this minute managing thing is why this third quarter is abysmal. Because part of the reason why this third quarter is so abysmal, it goes back to what Young Harriet says. They don't have true shot creators on outside of Ja on that first unit. And because of that, when you take Ja off the floor, it's abysmal. So then the other part of that is when you come out of halftime, he makes no adjustments at all. So you're basically running on the vision of whatever Josh sees off the floor. As soon as he comes off the floor, it goes downhill every single time because you like tonight they went to a zone to try to slow them down because they won't fast breaking anymore. So now what you're seeing is basically now they can't create shots. If they can't shoot well from the outside, nobody can create shots. So now you're seeing this stagnant offense, which what caused that 19-0 run. So in that case, you're gonna have to play your stars, or else we're gonna start getting our butt kicked by the third quarter of every game. You're gonna run it up the first 2 quarters, and then the second 2 quarters, they're gonna come back every single time until you fix that issue. So you're gonna have to play them. Else this 6-0 stretch ain't gonna matter because it ain't gonna work. So that's the biggest issue I'm seeing with all of that, with the whole Jenkins. And I don't care what y'all say, Laravia cannot play defense. And so people like that, if you can play defense, you put them on the floor. If you can't, then you don't. And because one of the things that's happening is because he's stuck with Laravia, you're not going to see the development of Wells, which you might need further on in the year or in the beginning of next season in terms of shooting, because he can shoot well. So with the way this offense is set up, you need shooters. Ain't no need to be putting Jake out there if Wells is a better defender. Be developing that because you're gonna need his shooting in times to come. So I'm just saying you got to look at the bigger picture and go from there. And that's my spill on that. I'm landing my plane.
Appreciate you as always, Miss McCrimmon. I mean, I agree in a way because I mean I do think Wells is the better player and everything, and I agree that he definitely needs some seasoning in case we do need him further down the line, even after a GG and events come back. You never know what can happen. I mean, even with Luke, like we never really talk about it, but Luke got some injury problems too. Like I mean, shit, he done came into the season back to back years with some knick-knack little injury. So he'll probably be out at some point again throughout the season. So I agree with you on getting Wells more season, but at the same time, they do gotta get this value with Jake. They gotta get something out of him. So I mean, it's not pretty.
But are they
The run.
trying to trade him? That's my question. Are they
I
trying?
mean, I mean, it's hard to say because I don't
They
believe
they
that
did
they.
have a report that him and Conchar were on the block, but that was like a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's hard to say with those type guys because they don't make that much money, so you're not really just gonna trade that one guy. It has to be attached to something. So it's more so, are they gonna trade on Marcus Smart or a BC or a Luke whenever they're able to trade him? Like those guys have to be attached to something for the most part. So that's why it's so hard to say are they trying to trade them or not because they got to be pretty much attached to get anything of decent value. But go ahead, Ed, and then E5.
You got it, Ed.
Man, come back to me after E5. It's all good. I got something going on.
All right, man. Uh, Go ahead, E5. What it do, man?
Yeah. Good night, everyone. I just came to say basically, I don't really talking much these days, but I really watched the game tonight, and that Huff guy, I don't know where he was hiding, but he played really well tonight, and it's not only the points, it's just his basically him on the court, you know, seeing him moving how he was moving and playing the game how he was playing the game. Everything just was moving smooth with him on the court, man. It was amazing to see that the whole team, even though the third quarter, we know why we kind of was going down in that third quarter. And I really don't want to speak on that and be negative, but we know it's a talking point and a situation that needs to be dealt with. But yeah, we know why we was looking how we was looking in that third quarter. But the team is really looking like we are very close to completing it. We just need one more All Star, and that could be Bain. We don't know if Bain could take that next step, but it could be Bain and a player like Huff, a player that just would shock the league. And we have that, and then we already have a player like Vince already that can do the same thing or have been doing the same thing. And we have GG as well. The team is getting so close, and if we get more serious and players start to demand that they want to play more, and if you look at Anthony Edwards tonight, he's playing like he owns that team. Sometimes it feels like if it's the coaches owning our team and would say what they have, what we want, and the coach is supposed to help the players become the best that they can, not limit the players. And sometimes it feels like that on the Grizzlies. But hopefully, this season, some players start to demand certain things and push for what they want. Certain not titles, but certain awards and stuff like that you're looking for. This is the kind of things that would hunger our players to go to the next level, and hopefully we get that from the older players. But that is really all I had to say. I don't really want to touch on stuff that we've been speaking on. But good game. It was great to watch the game tonight and go Grizz.
No, I appreciate you, E5. Good to hear from you this season, man. Coming back for another year. Hopefully you drop some really good content again, my brother. And lead the satellite crew, man. Satellite Grizz fans. I ain't forgot. But nah, you're right though. These players, our top guys, our big three as we call them. Yeah, they're gonna have to start speaking up more. um, it's not, to me, I don't want to too much hear too much of, oh, Taylor Jenkins is a great coach and all that. It ain't got nothing to do against Taylor Jenkins. It's like, bro, Go out there and, like you said, demand the minutes that you deserve. You're not gonna win anything. Like you're not gonna get all NBA, all defense, MVP, none of that crap playing 30 minutes, bro. 32 minutes. Like it's not happening. It's just not happening, bro. And like you said, these superstars out here, the real superstars out there, they playing 37, 38, 39 minutes a night. Anthony Edwards is rarely hurt. I don't even know if Anthony Edwards has ever been hurt. And that man plays 35 minutes a night. And I ain't talking about how good he is. It's just the fact that when you're playing and you're playing the minutes, it clearly shows it doesn't always just lead to injuries. All this safe haven stuff, man, to me it just holds you back. It don't just hold one player back, it holds the team back. So I completely agree with you, E5. These dudes, they got to get it together. And people got to realize they young too, man. So even when they are, giving praise to whoever, they young, they don't know no better. This is all they know. They don't know the rest of the landscape of the NBA like that. They don't know the history of the NBA like that. Some of them might, but if you go back and listen to LeBron when him and JJ Redick had the podcast, the one question JJ Redick asked LeBron James was, "What does it take to be the greatest?" And the first answer LeBron gave was, "Know the history of the game." And they don't know it yet. It's not necessarily their fault, but if they want to study it and all that, which they need to, they'll be able to get to that level. But as in the moment, even though you're giving all this praise to these coaches and everything, I got somebody like me who's been watching this game for a very long time. I hear you, but I ain't really listening to you because it ain't showing me nothing. So that's just me. But go ahead, Ed, if you ready, man.
Yeah, man. It's it was a cool game. I mean, you blew out a team that pretty much gave you the win. They weren't really trying to do much to fight the win anyway. I mean, Orlando get it. They have a similar schedule to us, but they were smart enough to drop the outer conference game versus the inner conference game. So Orlando did what they were supposed to. That was smart. You know what I'm saying? Orlando, they playing chess, we playing checkers. But the Grizzlies did that because they wanted to make sure that they won their home opener to keep the ticket sales going because they don't want to set the wrong tone for the season opener and lose fans on the ticket sales, considering what already went down last season. So basically, y'all saw a Grizzlies organization opt to go for what they feel like is the guaranteed money up front, which is um winning the home game to increase the buzz around ticket sales versus them playing the long game of winning their conference game last night versus the Rockies, which keeps you in good standing in the long run if this becomes a tight race in that division or in this conference for seeding. That gives you an edge. So, and I said this earlier in my space, that it's you got the thing is the way they're playing now when you play for that guaranteed money up front to make sure you get the ticket sales this year, that's cool. But what happens next year? What happens the year after that when you don't set those tones? So it's interesting that they did it that way. It's cool. I mean, you beat Orlando. I mean, I guess that's impressive because they did start out 2-0 and they are a playoff team. But
Orlando is a good team, not to cut you off.
yeah, they are, but I mean, we all know that. But it doesn't matter. You could be the NBA champs. If I give you a game because it doesn't matter to me, that's not really saying much. You know what I'm saying? Orlando played 12 deep too tonight. So they were intentionally doing the same thing. They played about 5 point guards tonight. So, it's yeah, I mean it's cool. I guess it was a win or whatever. Um the main thing gonna be is I don't get too up and down about these games. And I was there tonight. By the way, the first chant was for Yuki. The other chants were for Edie. And I know this because I was one of the people chanting. So I know y'all seeing the Yuki chants, but the Yuki chant was the first one. The main chants that had the crowd rocking was the Edie chant. So, and that just shows you that the fan drive is there for Edie, even in the midst of him kind of not getting out to the hottest start. But yeah, man, shout out to them guys, man. Um, they went out there and proved it. I don't know what he's laughing for. I mean, I'm just calling it like it was. I was just making it clear. I mean, I don't know what was so funny about that, but anyway, yeah, man, shout out to them, bro. Go Grizz.
No, I appreciate you, Big Jody. Happy birthday again, my guy. Um, but yeah, like you said, I mean, that's how I seen it too. These guys, they went out there, they won in front of the home crowd. Definitely off of, having a tough season at home last year, everything like that. But I am more disappointed that we dropped a Western Conference game, especially a divisional game, man. I
But
mean, I am.
And I
Y'all
mean,
hear it? I get it. It's
man,
I
man,
mean,
divisional.
let me
y'all,
say this. Let me
hey
say
man,
this to that point.
hey
Let me say
bruh.
this. Eric, you got the co-host all night.
I'm
Let me say,
sorry. I'm
you
sorry.
know,
Go ahead, E.
promise I'm gonna drop down and listen after this. The
Man,
long,
hell no, man. God damn, let Pet talk, man. Goddamn, I've been in the motherfucker
uh,
2 hours. What's
Man,
that?
man,
you dropped out and came back. You didn't wait your turn, so you lost it. Go on back to mute. Go ahead, Ed.
uh, you know, I mean, it's cool. I'm not. Who am I to knock somebody to have fun and enjoy the games? Enjoy the season. Enjoy the regular season if that's what moves you. You know what I'm saying? But in grand scheme, it didn't. This game didn't really move me to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with y'all. And I mean, this we got a long schedule ahead. And I mean, the games where the talent is really there, the real uh the Houstons and shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got smacked around. So I'm sorry. I'm not finna sit here and act like what happened last night didn't happen because you went out and tonight won the home opener. I'm sorry. I just can't sit there and pretend like that. I appreciate the win. I take it. But in the grand scheme of things, that win don't help you in the Western Conference, which is the conference you win. So, what game are they playing? I hear people blaming Taylor Jenkins. Fuck, we blaming Taylor for? If you fire Taylor Jenkins tonight, that ain't gonna replace shit. That's not gonna change shit. They're gonna still have the same organizational policies. They're gonna still have the same practices. So, but yeah, appreciate y'all.
Man, this
Okay.
coming from a New York Knicks fan, bro. This coming from a Houston Rocket, man. Come on,
Hey
Ed.
man.
What the fuck
Hey
we
man.
doing here now? Y'all can't let this shit go without getting checked, man. This a whole New York Knicks fan. Them folks ain't won shit since goddamn Patrick Jr. Come on, man. No, Ed,
Hey,
we
That
ain't
didn't
doing this
even
shit tonight,
that
you
didn't
man.
know
Hey,
even
when
look,
y'all
mean
get to
anything
you a
with Patrick
you the
Ewing.
biggest
What you
Jaren
mean?
hater, man. Jaren was plus 26, man. Hey, you said, man, fuck Scottie Pippen. Man, guess what? Scottie Pippen had 12 assists today, man. Come on, bro. Just, man,
4 for 10.
share in the damn victory, fool. Stop being so goddamn pessimistic, though, man.
He was 4 for 10, man.
No. I
But you,
can't let
hey,
this shit ride,
do your
Jack.
Let,
cartwheels.
no,
He
let the
showed up tonight
let
wearing
them
lip
Now,
let
gloss.
ain't nobody
let
celebrating. I'm just
Showed up
talking
tonight
about your
wearing
takes
lip
wrong,
gloss
cuz.
and a pearl
That's it.
chain to throw 4 for 10 from the field. That's all I got. Nigga showed up. I seen the nigga show up wearing
Man,
lip
plus
gloss. I
26
let me
and
if
12.
I see a
Somebody else
nigga
had
show up and wear
12
lip
assists,
gloss,
man.
if I see a nigga show up and wear lip gloss and a pearl choker, I'm thinking he coming to act a goddamn
See, that
fool.
might hate
Give
on
me
it, man.
20
For this
rebounds.
might even shot the
Yeah, I
ball
seen the
today,
nigga
though.
go 4 for
Y'all
10 with
understand what
the
I'm talking
pearl
about? This
choker.
might hate John. My
Boy
Jeremy
had on the
showed
pearl
up
necklace.
in some goddamn leather, and he was already like, fuck Jeremy. Like, cuz
Nigga
be
had on the pearl.
wildin'.
Mine came the game with a pearl necklace
All right, man.
and
All right,
lip
man.
gloss.
All right,
Y'all
man.
do the
Hey,
shit.
look.
Y'all
All
do
right,
the
but
numbers. I'm out of here.
come on, man. Plus 26, though. Ed. Plus 26, though, right?
Niggas
Can
wearing
we? Can we?
pearl
Can we? Hey, can you give
necklaces.
them head? Can you give some type of props
That
though?
used to be some shit we used to brag of.
But
God, damn, you got niggas wearing pearl
Oh
necklaces.
hey,
man, all right, man, all
hey
right,
man,
man. This shit
y'all
wild,
tripping
man.
in here tonight. Y'all tripping in here tonight. We talking about pearl necklaces and all this shit. Man, let's get back to the game. I ain't studying about what nobody won
Man,
the
y'all
game.
niggas funny, bro. I got
Man,
to work in
man,
the morning. Y'all niggas
man,
funny, dog.
Hey,
man,
I
I
ain't
don't
want nothing,
care.
grind. I just wanted to point out the jumbotron. I didn't want nothing.
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh,
You
what I just
jokers,
put up there, Gerald?
My
Hell
lip
yeah,
gloss be
grind.
popping.
man,
My
you
lip gloss
jokers,
be popping.
man,
Chicken noodles.
hey, I don't want to hear that.
No, hey, that's kind of serious though. Hey,
Man,
young
yeah, man.
Harry. Hey, if
Man,
Josh said that, that's kind of weird. He's supposed to
these,
be really listening though.
Man,
these folks
listen,
Chicken
don't
That's
noodle
don't
wild.
soup
you
with a
you
soda
know,
on
man.
the
hold on
side.
real quick. Hold on real quick. John, get your ass off Twitter, man. We got a game on Monday.
Man, this is
We
the
got a
what?
game
This
on
is the
Monday. Get off
craziest
Twitter,
shit.
my G.
This is the craziest shit I done heard of. These folks ain't won a home game since Detroit, and we in here talking about pearl necklaces because you don't like what a nigga wear to the game.
My lip gloss be popping, baby. That's
It,
all I
it
know.
might it might be. It might be, but the nigga was plus 26. I don't care what his lip gloss was doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I ain't looking that close.
I
Who
don't need it. If you go out there and give me 20
who
points, 20
who
rebounds,
who
but
get hold
you go
on.
out there and go 4 for 10,
Hold
I
on,
don't
cause I
give a
let
fuck.
you rock. I
I'm
let you
sorry.
rock. I let you rock.
Hey,
Well,
Big Purr
we
ain't doing that
we
shit
had
neither,
the
man.
fun.
Hey, man,
Yeah,
fuck it.
yeah,
Hey,
you
kick
done
me off
talked
stage,
enough
fool.
here.
You know you gotta kick me off stage, man.
The
Hey, look,
hooligans up
Yeah,
here.
Big
kick
Purr
him
ain't
out.
doing that shit, man.
Kick him out.
Shut up. Shut up,
Appreciate you,
Why
Jet.
Ed.
We
It's a
we
bad
we
take, Jack.
why is Big Purr gotta get thrown in the bit?
he ain't got nothing to do
Because
with it.
this man has a whole vendetta against Jaron, bro.
Big
Man, the
And
Bird
Big
has
Jaron
Purr thing
came
is
out hurt
Pat.
with
Big
a
Purr,
plus
the Big Purr
26,
thing is
man.
over. He bodega cat now. It's
Oh,
over.
okay. Big meow. Y'all
Josh,
got it,
I
fool.
called him a
Whatever
big
fuck y'all
yeah.
want to call it. All right,
hey, we
man.
call other nigga named Big Lip Gloss man. Big
Hey,
Gloss up. Big Gloss up.
my shit.
Yeah, I'ma keep on me. I'ma keep on me the space. Then,
Lip
cause
Gloss.
then
My lipstick be popping.
Hey, all I'm saying is, hey, can I say this? Hey,
Y'all
before I
gonna
go
bang
though,
your head
Brian,
spaz
Brian,
out,
can I
man.
say this? I just
Go
want to say
ahead,
one
Pat.
thing though. Hold on. Hey, look though, when Gigi get back, hey, Vince, if y'all didn't hear of Vince, was like the interviews with Grind City Media, oh yeah, it's up. When Vince Williams get back, fool, it's really up, fool. I don't know about Gigi. I don't know if Gigi gonna make that leap. I don't know if he hurt. But
I
if
think
man
the
Vince Williams
injury
get
is
back,
gonna
fool,
affect him a little
oh, it's
bit.
up. It's up. And y'all know I'm a GG fan though, but I'm just telling you that I got faith in Vince just doing what,
I agree.
yeah,
Nah,
all that.
you right. That
The in
interview,
between.
last night we talked about getting punked out and stuff. Now, granted, Vince probably could get punked out too. There ain't no doubt about it. Everybody do sometimes. But at the end of the day, what you said, like media day, when he said, hey, when they was like Luca was talking about you after the game, the man said, as he should. Hey, that's all I need to hear. I can't
Okay.
wait till Vince
Hey,
get back.
thank you. Hey, thank
Y'all
you.
heard
I was trying to
what
wait for
Michael
I didn't
Cole
see
said?
nobody retweet that, bro. But yeah, this man was on some. Man, he wasn't even talking about no black Air Force energies, man. That man talking about playing in goddamn black socks. You know what I'm talking about? That man talking about hooping on a milk crate. That man was up there like, yeah, it's up. I was like, Jones is tweaking. But I respect it though. I understand. Yo, Jones got my respect. And like, Gigi is just I like Gigi, man. But I'm talking about Vince Williams up there, like it's up. Like I don't know if John was on that powder, but his interview, that man was tweaking. He was tweaking, and I'm with it. Y'all talking about y'all need a dog, man. Signs on up, bro. That's all we waiting on, man. Y'all say this, man. Smack these folk hands, man. Like motherfucker be up there talk, man. John was a 2-year rookie, and folk was up there touching him. Might get some hand off me, man. John's a dog, bro. That's all I'm saying, and I'm done for the day, man.
No, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, say no
But
more.
hey, I gotta get to this. I gotta get to this quote real quick, man. I, Ed, what you think, man?
Man, I ain't, man, you know what's up, man? I heard that spaces today. Hey, you know what's up, man? Boy was in there. I ain't space earlier, man. You
He
know what's
definitely was
up.
in
Oh,
there.
you know, like what you mean? What I think? You know what it was? You know what I'm
But
saying?
my thing is, when I ask you, what do you think? It's not more so. Of course, he was listening. Shit, that's a given now. These niggas be listening, bro.